Top chat.
Top chat, $9.99. David Smith.
It looks like David Smith.
Is that a David Smith? Bingo! David Smith. We got a regular guy that always makes a thing. His face comes up, and I'm like, that's David Smith. Hey guys, love you. 6-month-old Rocky healing on walks now with literally fingertip correction for fine tuning to inches. Hashtag prong works, you rock. David, no. Prong is the communication tool. Your kick-ass training, your kick-ass time, your efforts, all this stuff, you spending time learning and listening, that's what works. It's all you. Good job, buddy. Next.
Oh, look at that backdrop.
It's not bad.
No.
Look at all this. Got a backdrop there. Doesn't look like we're in prison. Okay. Hey guys, how are you? Jeff Gelman of Solid Canine Training. We're live from outside of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's not Saturday night, so it's Thursday night. Mm-hmm. Thursday Night Live. How are you? I'm on tour right now. I've been on tour for this is my first solid weekend. 1 week. 1 week we've been on tour.
Yeah.
We just had a fantastic seminar in Frederick, Maryland. 67 people were at the seminar. We just launched the Frederick, Maryland dates for 2019. Guys, March, a lot of you, it's sold out. The seminar sold out. Working spots sold out in about a month. Looks like March 23rd through 24th of 2019. We'll be back in Frederick at the same location. So you definitely want to check out rvdogtrainer.com, rvdogtrainer.com. Check that out for the next date for last time. A lot of people tons of people couldn't get working spots, but a lot of people couldn't even get audit spots because the whole seminar on both sides, audit and working spots, sold out. We actually thought we could only hold 60. We found room for 7 more, and those were just audit spots though. So let's jump on those tickets. This weekend, I've got a seminar in Simpsonville, South Carolina. So we got about an hour and a half drive tomorrow. Yes, hour and a half drive tomorrow. Just had a fantastic dinner with a colleague of mine named Laura and her husband Scott. We just had some barbecue. So tonight counts as my cheat meal. But as you know, I've turned into Joelle's personal fitness trainer with her diet, keeping her diet on point. I'm doing all the grocery shopping. I'm doing all the cooking. I'm actually feeding her meals, making sure she always has a fresh smoothie available. And in the gym, I've actually been driving her to the gym, even though she doesn't want to go some mornings, as well as making sure she gets up at a decent hour.
Personal motivator.
Now, the problem is she'll post pictures up of herself being physically fit, but I want you to know that I've got some responsibility to that. I'm not holding the camera. I'm not even in the damn room, but there's a little bit of responsibility that I will take credit for. The way this works is this. If you're brand new to my world, again, it's Jeff Gelman of Solid Canine Training. I specialize in aggression rehab and behavior modification. And that means that I work with some really challenging dogs. I personally travel the world doing dog training seminars. I've got a dog training facility up in Providence, Rhode Island with a kick-ass staff that does fantastic. Now, what those folks are doing is they're working some of the most challenging dogs around. Obviously, we work with basic obedience, off-leash obedience, on-leash obedience, but what we're doing a lot of is stopping unwanted behaviors. Most dogs are killed, given away, rehomed, or left to have a very small life because they have a behavior that can't be stopped. In order to stop an unwanted behavior, you have to do something called punishments. So everybody needs to learn how to properly apply punishments in their dog training program in order to have a well-rounded dog. And this show is probably about 90% punishment-based because everyone's going to be asking me, hey, Jeff, how do I stop fill in the blank? All right, fill in the blank. And the only answer is proper application of punishments. Now, if you think that a reward can fix it, you're misguided and you're wrong. You might be lying to yourself or you might have been lied to. Ironically, 90% of our day at our training center is based on rewards. Literally, we pass out more food than a crack addict goes for. If that's the right terminology for that, I'm not familiar with the drug, but I do know how to spell it. It's because it's only one syllable. Joelle's going to ask the questions. I'm going to give the answers. Linda, if you follow me on social, you know that she's back in Rhode Island, obviously running shit down there. And if it wasn't for her, I couldn't travel. So she gets actually the big thank you. So does Joelle, because she puts up with my shit 24/7. I'm just along for the ride. Actually, I'm doing all the driving, so she's along for the ride. So here we go. There's a button down at the bottom there. See the $sign, dollar, make you holla. Well, let's make us do some screaming tonight. And what happens is we get so many questions that people like to throw a little bit of cash our way for two reasons. Number one, they've watched some of our 5,000 videos, some of our 10,000 plus hours of audio content, and they just say, hey, thanks for helping me with my dog. Or they know the question won't be answered because it's too far of the chain. They want it jumped up to the top, and we'll answer that. Just to also let you know, that money is used for date nights for my wife, Linda, and I. We don't donate the money to the dogs. We don't donate the money to rescue. We don't donate the data to any nonprofit. I literally take that money and I stick it in my pocket. That's what I do with it. All right. That's what that money goes to. And then I spend it on my wife, Linda. This is Joelle. Her, I got to use my fucking savings for. Okay. Your money gets spent on my wife. Okay. Let's go for the questions. Here we go.
All right. Greg says these notifications are great.
Oh, you're talking about the notifications of, yes, guys, you're on my YouTube channel right now. So join it and turn on all notifications. Some days we upload 6-7 videos. So every time I upload a video, every time I schedule a live stream, you'll get notified with the direct link. So you want to jump on that. Next.
Gal Jez, agree.
All right.
Eden, ready for takeoff.
All right.
Yes, we are. T Lemon 8301. When I correct e-collar, my dog, when it looks like a bad behavior is about to happen, he seems to amp up higher. Do I increase the correction? Okay.
So what you're probably doing is you might be a little bit late on your timing and you're actually putting fuel to the fire. That's where a lot of people think, oh, remote collars and punishment make dogs' behavior worse. No, it doesn't. Bad timing could. Bottom line is this. If you didn't use the remote collar, the dog would have exploded anyway. Remember, your dog is behaving badly prior to using a remote collar. You know this. That's why you're on my show, and that's why you're a super fan. But a lot of people don't realize that we arrive at the scene of the crime. People contact us to stop an unwanted behavior. After Laura, you can make more noise. That's
I was going to say the same thing.
Don't worry about it. Okay. So you walk by stomping your feet. Okay. So what happens is we arrive at the scene of the crime. We actually don't create unwanted behavior. So you might be underwhelming the dog. What you want to do is you want to come down super, super firm and make sure your timing is a little bit better and your levels might be higher. Start your punisher at the beginning of the sequence. Next.
Spooky Bee says, welcome to North Carolina.
Happy to be here. Next. We just had some North Carolina barbecue tonight.
Pretty
nice.
Good. Melissa says, hi, Jeff and Joelle.
Hey, Melissa. Did you contact her yet? Did you reach out yet?
Not yet.
Joelle's going to get back to you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Melissa, for being here live. Next.
David C. Hey, guys, tuning in from Havertown, PA. 7-year-old boxer struggling with down. Tried remote collar down and leash. Neither will budge him. Watched your videos. Food luring won't work either. Suggestions?
David, for the next 2 weeks, your dog is going to eat its daily meals through downing. Got it? Laura, you can make as much noise as you want to. It's your house. You can just do your normal.
Don't tiptoe
She was
around
literally,
here.
there's like, the owner of this home who is putting us up is literally tiptoeing past us. It's just like,
I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to be quiet for you guys.
No way.
Don't worry
Come
about it.
on.
Don't worry about it. Okay. It's your home. It's just like background noise. Don't worry about it. So the only way your dog's going to eat for the next 2 weeks, you're not withholding food. We're not SeaWorld. Okay. We don't withhold food from animals. What you're doing is, if like the food's right there, luring and leash pressure. That's what I want you to do. Luring and leash pressure. Got it? Your dog will down. Who's more patient, you or your dog? Who's more stubborn, you or your dog? The first time you teach down with leash pressure, personally, I don't care how you do it. You want to use the yummiest food. You want to use a little bit of pressure on the back a little bit. You want to take the paws and put it out. You can do it all kinds of stuff. But I want you to try taking the food, extending it out, or taking the food and driving it into the dog's nose to try to get the sphinx down. Try either way. Once the dog gets it, mark it, reward again, and you're off to the races. Next.
T Lemon 8301. After he calms down, he then growls at me when I look at him or try and come near him. I'm not sure if this is aggression or fear reaction.
Okay, it could be just a combination of both. It could be nonsense. It could also be just a relationship issue. For the first time in your life, possibly, you're telling that dog, hey, you can't do that unwanted behavior. And your dog is saying, really? Well, let me tell you that I can. Because the dog doesn't believe you. So what do dogs do? Growl. Got it? Now, if you avoided the whole situation, you probably wouldn't have the growl, but you would have the bad behavior. So we call that the messy middle. It ain't always pretty. Okay? So everything you describe is normal. And when you see dogs, like when you see all these dogs going through our board and train, going from a really bad place to a really good place, I assure you, there was probably a lot of growling, a lot of attempted bites, a lot of nonsense, tons of praise, but dogs don't always do what you want them to do when you want them to do it because they've got bigger plans. And also, some dogs don't want to stop an unwanted behavior because they like it, but you just not happen to agree with it because it's dangerous. So there's going to be conflict. Next.
Top chat.
Top chat, $5. All right. Spooky Bee, new listener. We tried the 180 move for pulling ahead on walks. Amazing. All caps. Change. Thank you. The reason why I said all caps, everybody that's listening to me on one of my podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google, and I think 3 or 4 other podcasts. Thank you so much for tuning in. And YouTube Live, of course, thank you. Next.
Josh, hi, have an awesome show. Thank you for all you do.
Josh, love you, man.
Greg says, looked at a donut, gained 5 pounds, I swear.
Greg, I believe you. And it's so funny because we have a donut shop by us. They charge $5 a donut. It's like we're talking about gourmet donuts. And ironically, you gain 5 pounds. Next.
Pauline, your videos have helped me so much with my newly adopted reactive dog. Thank you.
Awesome. Proud of you, Pauline.
This is also Pauline. I do a structured walk every day, but I don't have a fenced yard, so potty breaks are also on leash. Do I differentiate between a structured walk and a potty break walk?
Yes. When you leave the house, it's always structured. Unless you have a fenced-in yard and then you just release your dog and let your dog run. But what you do is you don't have a fenced-in yard. What I want you to do is, number one, start working on remote collar training for off-leash recall. You might as well start doing that. Who doesn't want a dog to have off-leash recall? But what I want you to do is this: heel out of the house, go to a specific potty yard. You don't want a dog peeing and pooing all over your yard. Then you poop on your shoes. Go to a specific place, and then you say, go potty, then give your dog slack. Next.
Top chat.
Top chat, another $5. Dana, oh, Dana, I love you. How are you, Dana? Dana, put an emoji up of your beautiful face, would you? All right. Okay. Hi, Jeff and Joelle. What's the best and most effective thing to say to stop someone from coming close to my leash reactive dog? Okay. You're going to try this. Ready? Everybody together. We're going to do this exercise. We're going to do a group exercise. You guys remember going to speech class? Remember going to speech class? So it's a group exercise. You warm up your throat with exercises for singing. La-di-da-da-da. That's what you're going to do. Ready? Okay. Someone comes up to your leash dog is leash reactive and you don't know what to say. This is what you say. Get the fuck away from me. Practice that. Every day, I want you to just randomly scream that. You're walking down the street. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. Whether you got a dog or not, just say it.
Do it in the mirror.
Everywhere you go. Okay? Your spouse comes home. Get the fuck away from me. Honey, what are you doing? Oh, no, I'm practicing. Honestly, I'm practicing, honey. Little kids come over. Mommy, get the fuck away from me. Everybody, just do it. Do it. All right?
Oh
Dana. For $5, I drop F-bombs. For 20, you don't even want to know. There you go.
All right, Abington 586 just started up a dog training business in Northeast PA about 2 months ago. Any suggestions on how to gain clients? I've made a Facebook and boosted videos of client dogs and given business cards to the groomer.
I've got tons of ways. That's actually how I make a living. Like dropping F-bombs and giving out free advice is not how I make a living. I actually do business consulting. So that's it. And people and yes, people pay me. They actually pay me a lot of money to do it. You'd think, who would pay you? It's like, well, you're here asking me for help, right? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to put up massive amounts of free content with no expectation of anything in return. Got it? Free. I want you to be always working a dog. What I want you to do is the way the universe does is this. The universe is looking down on you and they're like, excuse me. And they're like, Abington is sitting at home wondering when the phone is going to ring. Abington doesn't get dogs. Or Abington is working a free dog from a neighbor, from a shelter, from a rescue. Abington's making how-to videos. Abington's putting out social media. Abington's doing blog posts. Abington's doing all these tips online for nothing. And Abington is not expecting anything in return. On your website, document your work, show what you do, put your prices, put your tools, put your techniques. Don't talk science, be real. What made you, Abington, come to me? The breadcrumbs are already there. Now, old school, business cards everywhere, vet offices, groomers, Tractor Supply, everywhere. Get a t-shirt with your name on it, all right? And walk with traffic. You're breaking the law. You're supposed to walk against traffic, but then the people can see your t-shirt behind you. That's how I built my business. I built my business literally wearing a t-shirt with 10 dogs in heel, walking with traffic, and everybody was like, holy shit, who is that guy? But since I was walking with traffic, they saw the back of my shirt. That's honestly how I built my business. Whether I had 1 dog, 2 dogs, or 10 dogs, that's how I built my business. But it's in 2018 now. You don't have to do that, but it's a good idea to do that and get out there. Next, that's a couple of ideas. Look what I do and duplicate it, but don't be me, be you. Next.
Top chat.
Top chat, $9.99. David Smith.
It looks like David Smith.
Is that a David Smith? Bingo! David Smith. We got a regular guy that always makes a thing. His face comes up, and I'm like, that's David Smith. Hey guys, love you. 6-month-old Rocky healing on walks now with literally fingertip correction for fine tuning to inches. Hashtag prong works, you rock. David, no. Prong is the communication tool. Your kick-ass training, your kick-ass time, your efforts, all this stuff, you spending time learning and listening, that's what works. It's all you. Good job, buddy. Next.
Jake B, when my dog is overwhelmed, I put her in a sit, but she continues to look in every direction and tries to run away. Even after a leash pop, she continues. When we leave, she'll walk ahead and look back.
Hey, do you have a bonker? Shoot, there's one in the truck. Okay, this is what I want you to do. What's that? Give me a towel. Yeah, towel. Do you have number 64 elastics? What is that? I'll make an impromptu bonker. Actually, no, I won't because I don't want to show it because it'll be made wrong. We don't need a towel. We're fine. We'll be okay. So this is what I want you to do. Don't use obedience to stop the dog's state of just to change the dog's state of mind right now. You have to, a leash pop can ramp the dog up. You have to get yourself a bonker. A bonker is a towel. It's a wrapped up towel. All right, that's what you're going to do. So it's a wrapped up towel, wrapped up. We show them in all of my videos. We show them so much. What you're going to do is you're going to say no, boom, punisher, and the dog's going to go, what the heck was that? You get rid of the arousal. You need to learn how to get rid of the arousal of the dog. Also, remote collar, heal your dog. Teach your dog how to do that. Next. We need a
Kaylee J. Hey guys, frustrated because my parents are always wanting to pet my dog who has a whining problem. Neither of them believe petting hurts that. Standing firm with not allowing them to pet him for now.
Okay. Kelly J, how old are you? Number one. If you're like a 15, 16, 17-year-old child or even younger, because I do have a younger fan base, even though I drop F-bombs, what happens is you sort of got to listen to your folks. Now, when you're 18, or move out of the house, or move out of the house right now. Now, if you're out of school, or if you're 18 and over, and you're still living with your parents, like it's like, okay, their rules, but they're still, they're messing up the dog. What I would do is I would put the dog in your bedroom in a crate, even though I don't want whining dogs in the crate, and you have to just keep them out and you have to set down some ground rules. You have to sit them down and read them the Riot Act, or get them to jump on this show, and I'll read them the Riot Act, because you know what? I'm not looking to make friends. I don't really care. Not too many young women's parents have ever liked me. Like, I used to drive a panel van. Okay, could you imagine me pulling up to your house I was 16 at the time, guys, okay, to pick up your 16-year-old daughter? Could you imagine the freaking horror? Okay, people that never imagined owning handguns bought handguns. I mean, it was horrific. It was a horrific way to date. But guess what? Worked for me. Next.
Oh my God. Bev J. 3-year-old border mix crawls inch by inch out of the down until he's in another location a couple feet away. Correct with e-collar and amp up at each move. Sometimes he gets up.
Okay. Bev, that makes your dog normal. Okay. What you need to do is the first sign that dog does its first crawl, what I want you to do is this. Put your dog on a tie back. A tie back is this. Take your leash connected to the collar. Never connected to a remote collar, guys. Remote collar should never have any leashes connected to them at all. So you can be on either a flat buckle collar or a prong collar. Take that and you have to secure it to a very heavy piece of furniture, secure it to the wall. And what you're going to do is this. Your dog's going to start crawling, but there's enough room for your dog to crawl. Literally enough room for your dog to crawl. So crawl right off of it, maybe like 2 feet. Dog starts crawling off. You are to say no, remote. I want that dog to know to back up. So you have to role play that at the beginning with the remote. No, leash pressure back when it feels the remote. So the dog should learn how to do remote collar, pressure on, pressure off, down in place. Then what you're going to do is you'll say no, higher level correction. If the dog gets up, you'll say no, place, and then down. You do that a couple of times, your dog will understand what you want. Next.
Grant Noble gave us $4.99 and didn't give us an alert though.
Didn't give us an alert.
This is so weird. Sorry,
Hold on,
Grant.
there's a B NATO side note. You missed a bunch.
Well, because I'm gonna do Grant.
Oh, I see. Go, Grant.
$4.99.
Yep.
He said, "What should I do to mentally prepare for your shadow program? See you in February."
Okay, bring lots of Kleenex, okay? Because I'm going to yell at you now, actually. To toilet paper, what's the toilet paper for? Because I'm going to make you shit your pants?
You might.
Mentally prepare is this. You come there and you listen. Got it? You're there to learn. So it doesn't make a difference who else has taught you what, right? Well, I learned this at so-and-so's place. Okay, that's which you should, by the way. You should chat with as many trainers as possible. The worst thing to do is to come into a trainer's facility and then be like, well, so-and-so trains like this. Number one, I know how everybody trains, and that's cool. I'm so cool with that. But you're there to learn. So what you want to do is you go in there and you just listen. Listen and absorb. And then you take from that seminar, take from that shadow, that week-long shadow, and you take from it what you can apply to your business. There's going to be a lot of stuff you might be like, I'm not going to do it. The way I do seems to work out better. Now, if there's something that you see us do that seems totally like that doesn't make sense, that's wrong. That might be the missing link, actually. Now, you're only there for a week, and dogs go up and down on a roller coaster. A lot of these dogs are with us for 5 weeks. Be prepared. Listen to my staff. Because if you don't listen to the staff, and it endangers the safety of you or the staff, you actually get your ass kicked out, even though you paid to be there. Even, we're not trying to be hard asses, but we have a responsibility for the dogs that are there and my staff that is there. So they know, but they're there to teach you, they're there to help you, they're there to guide you, and they're there to answer your questions, okay? If you start becoming a pain in the ass, they'll say, stop being a pain in the ass. That's code word for shut the fuck up and listen. All right, next. Because they're a lot more polite than I am. Next.
B NATO.
Yes.
Side note, Jeff, what's your suggestion for best food for a GSD puppy going forward?
I feed raw. I'm no expert on nutrition, but chances are anything in a pet shop is not going to be good. Look into raw. Go to a raw website. Ask them. Next.
Angela, how can I help my current foster dog who is fearful of men and bites them? She's bitten 3 men in the 2 weeks. The rescue I foster for wants to put her down because she's too much of a liability.
Okay, so we got a lot of super chats down below too, and I'm wondering if those are new. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I want you to do, Angela. You have to muzzle the dog, and you have to not let people pet the dog. And the reason why I'm saying that is this: if your dog came to us, we can work through it. You are a Skype session. Nobody has to buy a Skype session from me. That's not why I do these shows. But the safest thing, but I'm also a practical dog trainer. I'm a very practical dog trainer. I'm a family pet dog trainer. The most ethical information that I can give you right now is get that dog muzzle conditioned, start walking that dog and having that dog around people without interacting with people. Don't allow people to put pressure. You might hear, no. Give all these people treats, have them walk up to the dog, and then give them treats. Guess what? That's the best way to not only get bit, but to reinforce biting. So stop doing that if you're doing it. Anybody that's doing that, stop. But it worked with my dog, great. I got 99 dogs out of 100 that it doesn't work with. The best thing you can do for right now is to get that dog to exist around other owners. Around other people. Now, from an ethical standpoint, if nobody can rehab that dog, should it be adopted out? That's not for me to say yes or no on. That's going to be an ethical thing. Now, if they're doing it because they don't want to put the dog down, that's also their discussion. Could we help that dog? Yes, but it needs to go to a trainer that knows how to stop aggression. Right now, though, keep the dog safe. And it's up to you. That dog's bitten 3 people. It cannot interact with humans because you have that information. Next.
Lovable Eyes 2. My 5.5-month-old pup has started to wake up at 2 a.m. this week. She's been fine sleeping through the night before. What could be causing this? Her diet hasn't changed, and I feed her by 5 and bed by 8.
Okay. Is she waking up and going to the bathroom? Is she waking up and whining, and do you leave her in the crate? Do you take her outside? Is she peeing and she pooing, or is she going outside and sniffing around? Okay. Check, have your vet. You can always do a vet check on it, but it's probably behavioral. But what could be doing it? It could be anything. It could be anything out there. So if it's nothing, you put a remote collar on your dog and you tell your dog to cut the shit and go back to bed for 3 hours. All right. Or you can have the dog moving with me because I get up at 3. 14 for the last couple of nights. Next.
Mornings.
Yes. Mornings.
A-Son, thank you for posting the video on reactive dog to children.
A-Son, we've got work with so many dogs with kids. I'm glad it helped. Grant's question for $4.99.
Yep.
Okay. Melissa says, thank you. Thumbs up. Yep.
10:04. Question. Hi, new here. Love you and everything you do. Very helpful. I just bought a prong collar from you on Monday. Hopefully I get it soon. What can you tell me about the Tritronic Sports e-collar?
Okay. We usually ship out within 24 hours. We have everything in stock. We only sell 3 things. So it ain't rocket
I
science
was
to
just
figure
said,
that out.
is that a good brand? Just rescued a
Okay.
pit bull.
So we don't use the Tritronic Sports e-collar. The good thing about that is that it's a combination bark collar or remote collar. And the handset can go up to 4 dogs. So that's the nice thing about it. We don't train on them though. That doesn't make them bad. The brand is good. The technology is good. We don't train on them though. We train on e-collar technologies or Dogtra. We like those a lot. But again, the brand is not bad and the collar is not bad. It just doesn't do the 100 levels or 127 levels that we like to focus in on. Next.
Thomas, you have talked about this. I'm looking to start a dog training business. I live in Idaho. I cannot find anyone that trains like you. How do I get experience differently? Do you offer help with people, business? It looks like it got cut off.
Yes, I do. So this is what I want you to do. So Thomas, I want you to go find somebody and I want you to work for them for free for 6 months. Got it? Find somebody and say, I will work for you for 6 months for free. Maybe you can live on the facility, find a cheap place to live. Maybe you get a night job to do your internship, drive Uber, bartend, wait tables, do anything. That's what you should do. That's the best way to do it. Or start training a shitload of dogs and make a ton of mistakes. Next.
Top chat.
Spooky Bee.
Oh, that one right there.
Oh, $4.99. Yep. I guess they are coming up. Those are just the old ones. Thank you for being real. Have been through so much with trainers and you're refreshing. Bev J, love you. That's it. A lot of people don't like what I have to say. A ton of people don't. Tough shit, right? I don't really care. I'm not looking to make friends. I'm looking to save dogs' lives and make humans' lives more enjoyable. Also, I like to always throw this out to everybody. Everybody thinks that I'm dog centrist. I'm like this big dog lover. Yeah, of course I care about dogs. I'm a human lover. Okay. I love humans. I believe we live in a fantastic time. We live in a fantastic world. I'm not ignorant about world events at all. But we live in a wonderful, wonderful world. And this is the thing. Humans are in pain. Guess how I help the human's pain? I go in through the dog. Got it? I help the dog that helps the human, and it's a win-win. That's my business model. Next. We got another one.
top chat.
David Hall. How is Charlotte, North Carolina? We're not in Charlotte. What's the name of the city?
No, it's still Charlotte.
Oh, it is called
Mountain Island. Mountain Island.
Mountain Island. Oh, we're still in Charlotte, though. I'm moving there next year, and that is where I will start my business. Love you guys and everything you do. Awesome. You'll have a great time. You'll love it here. Good food, nice people. It's slow, but not too slow. Not even for us Northerners. Okay? You want slow? You go get your RV fixed in Mississippi. That is slow. Okay? Don't be in a rush to go anywhere. Next.
David Smith was sick this week, so just started clicker training because I felt guilty about no walk and limited play. He likes it so far.
Good job. Good. Next.
The Tornado Dogs. Hi. Is a Starmark Pro Trainer something you would recommend to a 2 almost 3-year-old medium-sized dog?
Is that the plastic thing? If you Star Mark, I don't know if they make a remote collar. If you're talking about that
the
plastic
prong.
thing, that's a piece of shit. No, like the only reason why people use those is because they want to make it look like it's not a prong collar. Like use a prong collar. But if you're talking about a remote collar, I'm not familiar with. The only thing I know about the name Star Mark is they've got a line of toys and they make that plastic collar. Plastic collar is junk in my opinion. So next.
All right, we read Dana's. Thomas donated $2 and he said, I had a question about dog training business.
You can ask it. You can ask it. But what I would recommend is this. I answer the questions in 30 seconds, 15 seconds, but you can look into my Patreon channel. Melissa, will you throw up the link to my Patreon channel, please? Thanks, Melissa. And you can think about that. I've got about 25, maybe 30 people a month that I sort of mentor and I do monthly Skypes with, and it helps a lot of people. I mean, it's a good check-in. You can ask me dog training questions, business questions, social media questions, personal growth questions. Ask me some recipes if you want to. Personally, I think it's a waste of fucking money, but I don't care. Next.
All right, Kaylee J, very thankful for all the content you guys put out because aside from the frustrating parents, my dog is doing amazing.
Awesome. Good job. Kaylee J, proud of you. You're going to have to, I would put down your foot with your parents. Put it down. Have a conversation. If you're 16, they can kick out. I kicked out one of my daughters when she was 16. Just be careful. Don't get kicked out of the house. All right. Ketchup is expensive. Next.
Gal Jazz, it looks like she donated $1.99 but retracted her message.
Okay.
But thank you.
But thanks. If you want to take your money back, just call up. Just contact them. Next.
Sheba K, thanks to your advice about a bonker and pet convincer. I was able to walk an extremely reactive dog side by side next to a dog she's never met.
Did you hear that, everybody? Okay. A lot of people don't like the advice I give. I don't really care. Why? Sheba K, it worked for her. Why? Because she did it. She did the work. If you're sitting out there right now and you're going, I would never do that, that's fine. You don't have to. My way is not number one. It's not my way. It's well-established dog training ways that have been around since dogs were around. Not as long as lobsters. You know, lobsters have been around for 350 million years before trees. Could you imagine that? A lobster's been around before trees.
I think this is the third time.
Lobsters have been around when the continents were not separated. Like they were still like the puzzle pieces were still together.
Pangea.
So that's Pangea. That's how long lobsters have been around. Before the Appalachian Trail was raised from the ground, which by the way is when the continents smash together, boom. It's weird how the earth comes up. So cool. Next.
All right. Rogue Wolf. How do you take a medium drive dog that's only motivated by other dogs and make him focus on you? This dog will fixate on any other dog it sees.
Okay. Make yourself more important. Correct the dog for focusing on other dogs. It won't make the dog aggressive at all. That's a lie. And you become everything to the dog. Everything. I'm your water source. I'm your food source. I'm your freedom of movement source. I'm your training source. I'm your fun source. I'm your sleep source. I'm your wake source. I turn on the lights. I turn off the lights. I take you places. I don't take you places. I'm everything to you. Next. And click or train the dog. Next.
Angie B.
Yes.
This is what your free content did for me. Perfect heel, down, and out command was settled within 48 hours. Off leash recall 1 week. Love you all. Working on place now.
Okay. So Angie B., you're the real hero of this story. Got it? And I'm serious. I'm just the guy with a big mouth. And I'm being serious here. You're the real hero. You're putting in the work. For all the folks that are out there right now with out of control dogs, that's why you're here. That's why you showed up. I love you. But if I don't have the answers for you that work, don't worry about it. I won't take it personal. Somebody does. They're out there, and it doesn't take long. All right? It doesn't take long. Now, rehabbing aggression? Sure. Working on massive anxiety and fear? Sure. But getting your dog to resemble at least a well-behaved dog? A week. Next. Or less for an average dog owner. Next.
Eden, Savage Factor 300, 10 minutes in. Ha ha ha.
Eden.
Savage
Factor. We're getting the t-shirts made.
It's a good one.
Next.
Sheba K, working on down with her now. When I give her leash pressure, she screeches and then redirects no matter how much pressure she is given. Advice, do I correct screeching and continue leash pressure?
Muzzle up the dog. Okay? This is going to sound so mean, and you get a lot of people that are like, that's mean, you're being forceful, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Try with a food lure. This is the thing. Everyone's like this. Build a better relationship with the dog and then they'll listen to you. Really? Why is it that people that have owned dogs for 4, 5, 6 years still hire us? Because of the crappy relationship they have. Do you know how hard it is to build a relationship with your dog when it's trying to bite you, when it has massive anxiety, when it runs away from you all the time, when it drags your ass down the street? It's sort of hard to build a good relationship with a dog. Or bring the dog to us. Okay, here. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to freaking sing Kumbaya, hold hands, smoke pot. By the way, I don't do drugs at all. Smoke pot and sit under the stars for a month until we build this relationship and talk about our most inner thoughts. No, dog ain't going to down any better. Maybe it'll be so damn stoned, it'll fucking fall down. But other than that, it's not going to. So muzzle up the dog, work the dog through it. You know what kid in a temper tantrum? You know what kid that's having a temper tantrum? That's what your dog is doing. Next. We just lost 30 listeners. Next.
Dana Walter says, "You rock." Thanks.
Yeah, but she put that up before.
Yeah, that was before
that comment was put up way before I started talking. Next.
Spooky Bee, our mini educator came in the mail yesterday. Really excited to start using. Had to order different contacts.
Yeah, you know what I use, Aaron, is the I use the thick fur contact points on my dogs. Next.
David Smith,
thank you
read
again.
that one.
You read that, but thank you.
Angie B, working on car reactive behavior. No issues with faraway cars, but close by causes arousal.
Okay, boom. Apply your punisher at the moment of arousal. Next.
The tornado dogs. I like that name.
Yep.
Also, I have another question. When I have my dog in public, should I try to mentally stimulate her and keep her interested throughout the sessions in public?
No. The last thing you want is a mentally stimulated dog in public. You want a bored dog in public. Guys, okay, this is what I want you to do. We didn't get any shit on this because people they don't give us really much hate anymore because we're not fun to play with anymore. You know, we're no fun in the sandbox. So there's that Flash, the 80-pound pit bull that wanted to take people's faces off, right? They literally couldn't take it in public. You see the drop off, which by the way is like a simple dog for us. It might look ferocious, but that's that's what dogs do that we say hello to. They're 80 pounds, pitties, and they try to take our face off. Welcome to our world. Then you see that dog walking in the park with its owner off muzzle. Now, if you look at that dog and you've got a mindset of geez, that dog looks sort of bored. No shit. It better be bored. It better have a mental calmness to it. I don't want it to look excited. Why? Guess what excited was? Watch the drop-off video. That was excited. Now, does Flash get to run around and play? Hell yeah. Does Flash get to go swimming? Yep. Play chuck it, of course. Frisbee, if he knows how to. Trick training? Yep. Agility? Sure. But on the walks, I want that dog to walk around just hanging out, walking with your mom, walking with your dad. Boom. Blinders on. I'm going. That's the beginning of the rehab sequence. Got it? Next.
Angie B, with that, I'm working on my timing.
Awesome. Beginning of the sequence. Next.
Abington 586. Thanks so much for the business advice. I'll try my best to be me and not you, although my name is Jeff.
Okay, Abington B, this is the thing. A lot of trainers take my videos and they share them to their clients. And trust me, I appreciate it. But how about if that client doesn't like me? That's a crappy way for a business model, in my opinion, right? So I'm flattered, but I love you so much. I want you to make your own videos. All right, next.
The doghouse. Had my 1-year-old GSD in a downstay in public and a tall, loud chick carrying a box. Stopped, slammed the box down in front of my dog, approached loudly. I told my boyfriend I Jeff Gelmaned her by jumping in.
Nice.
Bravo.
Good job. That's right. Good for you.
Kaylee J.
Oh, hold on. No, you missed a visit. No.
I did?
Jumping in front of her and telling her that's no way to approach any dog and do not touch mine. Damn right you did.
Okay, here we go.
Everybody's got boundary issues, guys. So many people are like, I feel bad saying no to a person. I feel bad saying no. Okay. Public service announcement. PSA. Ladies. Okay? If you think you have a hard, ladies, show of hands. Do you have a hard time saying no to somebody that wants to pet your dog? Right? Most people will say yes. Okay, ladies. I like boobs. I love them. Give me a good set of boobs. So listen, can I come up to you and be like, man, those are nice boobs. Can I touch them? I imagine you'd kick me in the nuts. And when I went bent down, knee would go up into my elbow and break my nose. And if you don't do that, you should learn how to do it because it's freaking effective. Nobody's ever done it on me because I was actually raised proper. Okay. And you actually ask permission for things, and no means no. So you do have boundaries. You got boundaries. You can say no. You need to put the don't pet my dog into the don't touch my boob category. Got it? Literally take the don't pet my dog and move it into the don't touch my boobs. And you have the same energy about it. And then all of a sudden, you can start adding new stuff to your boundary box. You do have boundaries, right? Dudes, want to touch my dick? It's a fucking free for all. I'll even throw you a 5. So we'll have to come up with another player on that one. Go.
Oh my God.
Go.
Kaylee
We have
J.
to hurry up. Our hosts are going to kick us out of the house.
Yeah, seriously.
Scott's going, hold on. You said you were loud. You didn't say you were disgusting.
Right. Kaylee J. Yep, I'm 24 and just bought my own house. So my house, my dog, my rules.
Kaylee J, damn right. And
That's
you're going to have to
right.
tell your parents, guys, you can't come over anymore. Seriously, you have to read your folks the riot act. And you have to say, Mom, Dad, I love you, but you can't come over anymore. Or you have to put your dog away. Your house, your rules. That's the attitude to have. Next.
Melissa put the link to your Patreon page.
Thank you, Melissa. Join that, guys. Yep.
Nicole Major, have been taking your advice on using tools for training our 7-month-old Belgian Tervarian.
Yep. Yep, that's an intense dog.
It's a process, but seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Thanks so much.
Well, number one, it's a 7-month-old dog. Number two, you got yourself a dog. All right? You got yourself a dog. So just remember what you signed up for. You need lots of structure, lots of guidance, learn how to properly punish. Everybody knows how to motivate, learn how to properly punish, and let's make sure we get through 18 months. So right now you have an 11-month hardcore journey ahead to secure some pretty good patterning. Next.
Holding on dog training. Super fan for everyone out there. Take advantage of Jeff's Skype sessions. Worth every penny. Love you guys.
Aw, thank you.
David Smith, easiest GSD training I've done. Used to dabble in horse training. Mentor said, make right thing easy and wrong thing hard. Reward the slightest try. Transfers to dogs, even though one is prey and one predator.
Wow. Look at
Wow. Look
Damn
at that,
right.
David Smith.
that. Yep.
David C. Shadow program. How do I sign up? Cost?
Melissa just put up a link 2 comments down. Next.
Spooky B.
Yes.
How can I start introducing e-collar corrections on structured walks? She follows my leg unless we are passing another dog. Then she struggles. Leash pops only seem to heighten her arousal.
Spooky B, as soon as you start seeing that arousal, no, make a little bit of space, not a BAT protocol. BAT protocols are a bunch of bullshit. Most people don't know that they work, but it takes you 12 months to freaking figure it out. All right? Trust me on this. You don't need to do BAT, especially with anything with an acronym, you don't need to do. Just look at it that way. If it has an acronym, don't do it. You want to speak in plain English, all right? What do I do? Try the BAT protocols. No. Okay. So what you want to do is this. At the beginning of the sequence of arousal, you apply your punisher, remote collar, also guide your dog away for a little bit of space. Next.
Julian, sticking point. Dog still stares and gives the stink eye to any dog that passes by on walks. Tried correcting at different levels, but hasn't worked. What would you do?
What levels have you tried? What levels have you not tried? Okay. Find the right level. Don't look at the number. I assure you, there's a level out there that works. Next.
Top chat.
Top chat.
Is that David?
David Smith. So okay to work on multiple things or one at a time. I've always done multiple, but I'm no you, LOL. Phoenix area seminars don't see on the site. I'm glad you're not me because you'd have no friends. Okay. So and
He pays me.
I was
to
just
stick
gonna say, and the only reason why she's sitting there is because she's on the payroll, and she does it when she's on the road because she's on the double payroll. She gets paid a regular salary, then paid to be on the road, and I pay for all her damn expenses, so she's actually triple paid. All right. So and she's still not nice to me all the time, which is glad because then she doesn't feel obligated to be nice to me. I don't even remember the question.
Click on it.
Oh, David
It's
B.
David.
Oh, multiple things you can do. Just like I have multiple ideas going in my head, train multiple things. No problem at all. Next.
Okay. Shoot, I lost my spot now.
Yes. Eden. I'm a dog trainer in
yeah.
Portugal. I bumped into Solid Canine Training through YouTube suggestions. I'm like a 20-year younger version of you. I simply love your working attitude. Awesome. So 20 years younger. Let's see. I'm 41, so that makes you 21.
What?
Actually, I'll be 53 in a couple months.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, are you done? Did you
Next.
answer that? Okay. Marianne. Hi guys, heel on leash okay, heel off leash okay, but I don't have a follow me command because when I break them, they still follow me. Is it confusing them? Can I start teaching the same for client dogs?
Just say the word follow. Just be like, follow or let's go, and do directional changes. Let's go. Turn to the right. Dogs are behind you. Let's go. Turn to the left. Dogs are behind you. 2 steps back, 1 step off, heel tap, toe tap, dot, dot, dot. Try that next.
Did you read Bev Day's top chat? She said thank you for being real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
New Nations Unity. Hello, I am fostering a pit bull who is human aggressive but has been homeless for quite a few months. She's a good dog but confused.
Okay. So.
Wait, hold on, there's multiple parts.
Okay.
Confused, she could have got shot today because the house next door got raided by the cops and I've had 13 for the last 3 days. She's been in bad environments with people who didn't know how to look after her. Lately, I've been told she's been biting people due to fear. I liked your shelter video and we'll try that with her.
Okay. Do me a favor. Number 1, your dog is biting multiple people. You don't have a good dog. Let's make it really, really clear right now. That doesn't mean it's a bad dog, but don't be going around saying it's a good dog. And you can tell me to F off right now, but I really don't care. You own a dangerous dog. Admit it. That doesn't mean you can't rehab that dog. That doesn't mean that dog can't live bite-free for the rest of its life. That dog is not confused. Okay? Let's get it right out there right now. Don't bullshit me. I've seen the horror of an aggressive dog. I have been mauled 3 times. Okay? I deal with bites on a daily basis. What I don't want people to do is be misguided. Be self-aware. Your dog knows exactly what it's doing. Now, can we get it to change its mind? Absolutely. Is it its fault that it's biting people? Maybe, maybe not. Tell that to the child that was walking down the street innocently and a dog ran out of its yard and attacked it. Not the child that was teasing it. The child that was innocently walking down the streets. Tell that to the bicyclist that's minding its own business biking and a dog breaks out of its front door through the screen, chases it down, and chomps on its leg. Okay? It's not the bicyclist's problem either. I'm not mad at you. I love you, but I need you to be self-aware. I also need you to know how dangerous dogs are. I've seen dogs kill. I've seen dogs maim. And I will give them the best chance I can at life. But the dog is going to have to work with me on that. And what I don't want you to do is that dog does not need more affection or more love. Now, whenever I make that comment, people are like, oh, so I should beat it? Did I say that? Did those words come out of my mouth? No, they did not. But affection and love, that's how we train dogs to bite. We actually train dogs to bite with play, and we reinforce it with affection and love. Okay? I own dogs that are trained to bite. Guess how I practice? With play. Guess how I reinforce? With love. But they're called controlled biters. You have an uncontrolled biter. I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you. I love you. And I'm being serious. But I love everybody. And I don't want to see them hurt by a dog. All right? Follow my stuff. Follow my rules. Take your heart out of it and use your head. And we'll see how far we get. But I need you to be self-aware. All right? And if you're still listening to this and you haven't gone hoarse by calling me a fucking asshole, that's fine. But I'm not looking to make friends. I'm looking to keep dogs alive and to keep people safe. Next.
Rachel Lee, Jeff's "We live in a wonderful, wonderful world" is going to keep me feeling better when I'm struggling with depression. I just know it.
Join the club, Rachel. Okay? Next.
Dana Walters, I have an e-collar mini educator. Do you charge yours every night? Mine died on me one time when in the middle of a walk one time. Yikes.
Yeah, Dana, it's always a good idea to charge it at night. Next.
The Tornado Dogs, do you use an e-collar positive at all?
Yeah. Of course. Dogs are off leash, running around having a great time. Don't get tied up in this positive and negative bullshit. It's like, what does that mean? I'm not mad at you either, Tornado. What does using an e-collar positive mean though? What does it mean? It means like, can you use an e-collar to reward a dog? Well, yeah, because the dog has an e-collar on, it can be taken off leash. That's positive. I can take my dog swimming, to the beach, to run. My dog doesn't have anxiety anymore. I can fix my dog's aggression, and I hate to use the word fix. It's all positive. But if you mean, when you push the button of the e-collar, is it a reward? Well, if it marks a behavior that you don't want them to do and they better understand it, hell yes. But don't get caught up in this reward punishment as far as what this tool does. Nobody gives a shit. You know what I mean? Or some people do, but they're just trying to look, and you're not doing this, Doghouse. I'm sorry, Tornado Dogs. You're not looking to start an argument because you've been asking some good questions. But what I want people to understand though is like who cares? But no, the primarily way a remote collar is used is to stop and unwanted behavior through punishment, and then to reinforce the training that you've already put on with the dog. And we start all dogs with food. So we turn dogs that use remote collars should be excited to see them. And guess what? They can inflict a lot of discomfort, but they also can allow a lot of freedom. Okay, next.
Top chat,
$9.99. Went from major league problems to kick-ass off-leash shield walks. Get tons of compliments and questions and tell everyone about your videos. Can't thank you enough, Jeff. Ever muscle be at seminar someday. Oh, awesome. Cool.
All right.
Yep.
Megan Reynolds, just started advertising my own dog training business. Charge very low for now, but I've already got some hater comments. Just ignore them.
No, don't ignore them. Ban and delete. Ban and delete. Don't be fun to play. Next.
Jane, when walking off leash in an area with other off leash dogs, what do you do when other dogs are not under control? Dogs just keep walking up to my dog with no recall and chase my puppy around. My puppy's on an e-collar and will come, but don't know what interaction I should allow.
Okay, I wouldn't go there. Got it? I won't go there. I'll find somewhere else to go. Like, you're not, if it's an off leash area, and those dogs are allowed to be off leash, I just won't go. I won't go. Stay in your lane and go somewhere else. Next.
New Nations Unity. This is about the pit bull. I keep her very okay.
Yep.
Thomas, sorry, Jeff, I missed it a little. Where's the link to where I can talk with you about being a mentor?
You can go to patreon.com. Patreon.com/solidcanine training. Next.
Somebody donated $1.99, but
Oh,
I don't know who. Right. And Joe, can never thank you enough.
Hold
Changed
on one
our
second.
lives.
New Nations Unity. I'll do a video on her, show her strong points. Don't send that video to me. Okay, I already heard you. She's aggressive. Nobody needs to see a video of how wonderful she is. Okay? Jeffrey Dahmer was polite. Jeffrey Dahmer opened doors for people. Jeffrey Dahmer was respectful to his parents. Jeffrey Dahmer killed and ate young men, boiled them up in soup, served them to his guests. You don't get a free pass for being nice. Your behavior is judged on, unfortunately, the worst quality about you. Next.
Did I read Joe's? He says he can't ever thank you enough. Changed his life.
No, but I'll take it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Melissa posted the link to your website and Patreon. Greg says, funny thing about the no prong collar trainers is they have no video showing results. All talk, no proof, all excuses.
Right, or they're inside with easy dogs. I've never seen them rehab a dog. A true dog. They use stuffed animals for dog aggression. Next. Ooh, the dog doesn't attack a stuffed animal. Who cares? Okay? Like, impressive. My stuffed animals are safe. Okay? FAO Schwartz is thrilled. Actually, FAO Schwartz is pissed off because they want your dog to destroy your damn stuffed animals, so you got to buy more. Okay? Toys R Us. The only reason why Toys R Us went out of business because of all the dogs that we've rehabbed that don't attack stuffed animals. That's why Toys R Us really went out of business. Next.
Oh my God. Dean, My rescue puppy has a great fear of storm drains. It comes and goes, and I've done everything to fix this, but keeps coming back. One day he will walk right past. Other day he will stop 20 feet away.
Power through it, man. Power through it. Next.
What should I do? That's what.
Okay, this is what I want you to do. Remote collar train that dog. Train that dog to have a great heel next to you. So to walk in a perfect heel next to you. All right? Get the dog to focus so much on the heel, all the environmentals don't matter. Got it? And you're going to find storm drains. And what you're going to do, you're going to start 20 feet away. And I want you to work that dog. Sit, down, heel. Sit, down, heel. Go back the other way. We're not talking about a month. We're talking about the first session. Sit, down, heel. Go the other way. Turn right, turn left. Go forward. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, down your dog next to the storm drain. Good. Pass the storm drain. Pass the storm drain. Pass the storm drain. Keep doing it. Next.
Greg.
The dog probably saw, what's that clown movie?
It.
The dog probably saw It. Your fault for letting your dog stay in the room with It. Next.
Greg says, I tell people my dog bites when they rush to pet him. That usually does the trick.
Good. Sometimes it doesn't. Some people are saying, oh, so can I pet your dog? Next. Yes.
Carol, my fear-aggressive dogs now allow groomer to clip nails through mildly nervous and walk calmly into the vet's office for a weigh-in. No barking, no growling, no issues. Balance training works.
Wow.
Nice.
Good for you. Next.
Sarah, I think I'll start saying, no, you can't pet my dogs and you can't touch my boobs either.
Good.
Thomas, okay, I sent an email through your website looking for more info, asking you about mentoring. Thanks in advance. Talk soon.
All right, Thomas, jump onto the Patreon page. Next.
Pam, a little confused with e-collar corrections. Correct on high only for dangerous infractions. Dog gets up from place multiple times. Correct at working?
No, then it's not a correction. No, you correct. Okay. You correct on high for things that you know are very dangerous or disgusting. Like, so eating human poop, which is both human poop. Actually, dogs do eat diapers. Getting in the trash, counter surfing, eating dog poop, litter box, fence fighting. And there's probably a couple of more. Those, you don't even have to train your dog. You make it suck right from the beginning. Boom. Obedience command, working level, communication level, perception level. Call it what you want. We pair that with a leash, and then we also use food to mark the behavior, and we do pressure on, pressure off. Just watch all the videos. Dog knows it. You've done it 500 times down. Next, correct. Correct is not working level. Correct is punishment level. What number is that? The number that's enough for the dog to go, holy shit, what I did was wrong. Let me go it in reverse. Next.
David Smith said you missed the part about Phoenix in his last question.
Phoenix, I usually go to Phoenix or Tucson, but unfortunately I had to cancel the last 2 months of my tour this year because I need to be in Providence for November and December. And this is what's supposed to be the beginning of my tour. I go from Maryland down to South Carolina, and then I head to Texas. I do Phoenix or Tucson, San Diego, Denver, and then I come back through. So unfortunately, I have to stop here and head back home next. But yes, 2019, I will.
Russ says, hey guys, Jeff, I love seeing a little behind the scenes of your daughter's workshop. She's so badass.
She is beyond badass.
She is.
Wildcraft knives next.
Sue, I love how you get people out of their denial of their dog's behavior so they can move forward.
It's very, very important. Next. New Nations, I see your comments. I'm not going to keep getting into it with you. I can help you. Sign up for a Skype. Watch my free videos. Watch them all. I know you're asking for help. I notice how my questions have to be quick. Your dog needs a major rehab process. It takes intensive work. It takes a long time. It's not going to be a quick response. This is a free show. Even if you gave me $5, it's still going to be a quick response. So I've got 5,000 videos out there. Start by watching the videos. Schedule a Skype session with me. All right, next.
Jose, my dog is almost 2, super high energy, and pulls a lot. Would a prong collar help me out?
Okay, a prong collar will dramatically help you out. It's a great tool, but also you have to make sure you watch the videos on how to size it, how to put it on, how to introduce it, and how to start using it. But yes, a prong collar will dramatically work. If you've got a point dog and you're not using a prong collar, then it's a whole other world. Next.
Top chat.
The prong collar won't harm the dog. Prong collars don't harm dogs, even if you use it wrong. Top chat, the doghouse, $5. Love you, the doghouse. Next.
Pam, you set your e-collars up on continuous only, no boost. You do not lock down stim number, so you're able to hike the number up when needed.
Never lock down your remotes. never end up with a dead dog. I do momentary and continuous just for the heck of it. Historically, I'm only doing continuous. If I want it to be momentary, I'll just hit the continuous for a really quick second. Next.
Gal Jez, thank you so much for what you're doing. You helped me a lot with my adopted 2-year-old pit bull that still needed correction every day.
Oh, awesome.
Cindy.
Hold on one second. Next.
Cindy, I just started prong collar a couple days ago with my 7-month-old GSD lab mix, but he gnaws on the leash, so I can't pop it.
Okay. Dog gnaws on the leash. Get yourself a bonker, which is the wrapped up towel. I don't have one here because it's out in my RV. Dog gnaws on the leash. You'll say no. Boom. Okay, correct.
Another top chat.
Thomas, I see now. Needed to read it more. $5 for asking more than I was reading. It was too simple. Thomas, man, I love you. It's cool. We're cool. It's all good. Okay, it's all good, man. It's all good. Everything's good. Next.
Greg says no. The Toys R Us line. LOL.
Next.
Supreme Leader Snoke. My puppy thinks the bonker is a toy, even when I whack her hard.
Okay. You probably do it. Okay. It's supposed to be, okay, this is what you want to do. Make sure your dog doesn't see it coming. It should be always no, and then boom. You're supposed to be stealth ninja-like. Next.
AJ Gonzalez. Didn't think I was making much progress lately, but yesterday was complimented and asked how I got my dog so well behaved. Thanks for all the free content. Trust the process, everyone. Jeff knows.
AJ, that's right. Thanks.
David C. just filled out the form for the shadow program. Looking forward to hearing back.
I'll give you a call in a couple of days. Tomorrow I'm heading to South Carolina. This weekend I've got a seminar. I'll probably get back to you on Monday or Tuesday next. Or my office will send you information because Jessica will be on top of that next.
Greg says, dinner is on me next time you're in Colorado. Don't care where it is. Just let me know.
Greg, it's a done. It's a deal. It's a done deal. Greg, find me a location. Colorado, Denver, Colorado Springs. Next.
Allie Wynn, thought I would miss this with work late. That property you were at in your Instagram story was amazing. My dream, huge acreage, secluded, perfect.
They're talking about your property.
We're talking about you.
That's it. We're here right now.
It is a dream.
This is an incredible property. We're doing a seminar here. Allie, come down next. I'll announce it in a couple of weeks. We're going to do a seminar here. Scott, by the way, we're doing a seminar here. 4 days. Scott.
Like, oh, great.
Scott, 4 days of this. Okay. Scott's going, oh my God, he's on Expedia right now. He's booking a trip. He's booking a trip. He's like, work was stressful. I'm spending nights back at work.
Yeah.
Honey, I love you, but no, this is not acceptable. I can't put up with this.
I don't blame him.
I know.
The doghouse says just to thank you.
Thank you.
$5.
Yep.
Run G19. Thoughts on Cane Corso?
It's not a good first dog. Be careful about your love and affection. Massive amounts of structure. Make sure you understand how to do consequences for unwanted behavior. Socialize them the heck with humans and dogs. Massive structure. It could be, but any breed can be difficult, but you just have a bigger sized dog that could be difficult. All right, next. And don't get bought into this. Well, that's their breed characteristic to be protective. All right. I own German Shepherds and a Malinois and a Turkish Kangol. All of them capable of doing some serious harm to dogs and people. The hell if they can display any of that behavior while they're alive. Next.
Mwahaha 169. Hello, I have a GSD. He seems to be leash reactive. We use a collar and it has helped so much, but he still has moments when he launches, barks, and growls at strangers that talk to him or get too close.
Okay, so what I want you to do is you got to learn how to punish the beginning of the sequence to get the dog to not be aroused, but also, don't feel bad if you have to move slightly away from people. Like I'm not talking about, totally across the street. Some people have to go across the street at the beginning of their dog training, their dog training rehab process. But what I would do is if I see people coming, I give them a little bit of a courtesy. I always give people a little bit of courtesy. Next.
Anthony C., are you ever coming to Florida?
Yes, I'm trying to, I'm usually in Florida in January and February. I have 2 houses down there. But the location that I do in Ellington is being sold. So I'm actually looking for locations in Florida right now. In the Tampa area, Gainesville, I'll take Tampa and then south. I'd like to do 2 locations, 2 weekends in a row. So 1 weekend up in one area, 1 weekend in another area. Next.
Pam, did I hear you say you'll be in Denver in 2019? That is fairly close to me in New Mexico.
I historically do Denver in December. Next. No,
David.
November. Sorry.
David Smith.
Yep.
Just thanks for all the human training from someone who thought he was pretty damn good. LOL. Safe travels.
David, thank you for the kind words. Next.
Mwahaha. My GSD is anxious. E-collar has helped a lot, but he still barks, growls, and launches when strangers
Yeah, we
get
just asked
close.
that question.
Yeah,
Yep.
weird.
Next.
Troy, thoughts on a Vizsla?
On Vizslas, guys, like if you like Vizslas, get a Vizsla. If you like a Yorkie, get a Yorkie. If you want a Chihuahua, get a Chihuahua. If you like a Malinois, rethink. Okay, so this is the thing. What's your thoughts on a Vizsla? What's your thoughts on a Vizsla? And why do you want to get that specific breed? There's nothing wrong with them, but why that breed? I would say that to anybody. It's like, I like the way they look. That's a good reason to get a dog. But what are you planning on doing with a dog? How good is your training skills? Like, every dog can be good with kids. Every dog can be bad with kids. How are German Shepherds with kids? Mine are great. We work with clients' dogs that are great, but we also work with German Shepherds that are not great. And then multiply that times every breed that ever existed, and you have the answer. Next.
Cindy, when my 7-month-old GSD lab is gnawing on his toys, he is always gnawing them, touching me, and won't stop.
Which part do you want him to stop? The touching you or the gnawing? Seriously. But he gnaws on you. He gnaws on the toys, right?
Gnaws on toys, but like probably what Wes does, like just pushy, throws it on you, looking for attention.
Oh,
like
tell him to go fuck off. So just teach him just how to move away from you. The out command, out, boom, or put him in, do 2 things. You can chew your toys in place. It's like Angelo. Angelo is 6 now. Okay. Angelo sometimes will touch his penis. All right. And I'm like, Ange, like, that's something you do in your bedroom. Like, I'm not shaming my child for self pleasure or for body parts or for body image stuff. We don't play that game at all. We're not those type of parents. But it's like, Ange, that's privacy stuff. Okay, that's privacy stuff. So I don't know how the hell we got onto that, other than, oh yeah, tell the dog what to do. No, touching, what is it?
To go away is touching the owner.
Oh,
and
go
she doesn't
away.
want to.
Tell the dog to go away. Just like tell Angelo, if you're going to do that, go away. Dog, if you're going to do that, go away. But you don't tell the dog that. You don't say, if you're going to do that, go away. Just like place. Send the dog away. Next.
Allie Wynn, I am in Boston and my dog is board and trained with you next week.
Oh, that's
but
right.
Maybe a Rhode Island seminar next year. My friend has a similar horse breeding facility property in Jax, Florida. We'll ask if you can do a seminar there.
That'd be great.
Jacksonville's
That's
nice.
good. I would love to do one in Jacksonville. Make sure they know who I am and what I do, because everyone's not on board. And I forgot you're going to be there. And I have a seminar coming up in March, though, and you can go for free. So remind me to send you, Allie, because you're going to be board and train with us. Remind me to send you free tickets to the seminar. Next.
That's exciting. Hopefully I'll be there for that drop off.
Yep.
Kaylee, just found out that you're having a seminar in what's WI?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin in the spring, hoping to save up some money to be there with you both.
Okay, this is what I want you to do. How many times a week do you go out for dinner? Stop. Do you smoke? Stop. Drink alcohol? Stop. Do you go shopping, excessive shopping? Stop. Everybody can put $75 together a week or every 2 weeks. You can accumulate $300 by the time the seminar is there. Go through all your shit that you don't use anymore, post it on Facebook Marketplace. And we're going to do this. I want everybody right now that wants to go to my seminar and says, well, you don't have the money. Bullshit. Go through your stuff, put it on Facebook Marketplace, flip it, come up with the money. Got it? I want to know who buys a ticket with Facebook money. Go. Next.
Ellie Wynn said, it's LaRose Performance Horses, amazing property, indoor, outdoor space, all fence. We'll let you know.
Awesome. Thanks, Allie. Love you.
Greg said, who can I email about the specifics of what you need in a location? Let me know. I'll start looking tomorrow.
I do have a place in Denver, though, right outside of Denver that I think I use. But I'm open to another one, though. But Jeff at Solid Canine Training. Next.
Angela says, thank you, Jeff. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you, Angela. Thanks.
David Smith, experienced GSD, and no, I'm not the guy for a male. Choose wisely, guys.
I know. I swore I would never get a male, but a male fell into my lap, and most people know the situation, how that happened. So Tex is doing great.
He's a great dog.
Yeah, but Tex also, I mean, I can handle. I mean, I wouldn't want to raise a male puppy, that's for sure. Next.
The Tornado Dogs. Thank you for answering my questions. It helps a lot. I'm subscribed and will watch your videos I need for my dogs.
Good job, Tornado Dogs.
Hawkeye Min.
Yep.
Traveling in a couple of weeks with my GSC, and he will have to be patted down when we go through security, but he is anxious and growls at strangers. He will wear a muzzle.
Okay. Is he under 20-pound dog? Because I hope you're not putting
No,
a
it's
certain.
GSD.
So, okay. This is the thing. If he's a true service dog, he shouldn't be doing that. But I'm not here to pass judgment. I'm just telling you, though, there are laws now that can get you in trouble. So be very, very careful. Okay? Your dog, guys, the airlines are cracking down on service dogs, emotional support dogs, and therapy dogs. One of the things that they're doing is that when you get it, you have to pre-register for your dog right now. You've got to submit the vaccination records and submit your paperwork prior on a lot of these, okay? You're also agreeing of the behavior of your dog. Growling will get you a refusal to get on the flight. I just want you to know that. Chances are a muzzle might get you refusal on the flights. So just be aware of that. That's the only comment I'll make on that. I just want you to be aware they're really cracking down now, as they probably should be. So just be super careful, have alternative plans. Next.
Tammy, love you. Because of you, I had the courage to actually have company tonight.
Thanks. I would have shown up. You just didn't ask me. And you're probably smart, especially if you're like in a relationship. Like, I'm the worst guy for that. People or having any of your friends there, they'll think you've got a really bad taste in friends. Next.
Russ says,
congratulations, by the way. Next.
Russ says it's the Jeff version of the Gary V flip challenge. Love it.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ellie Wynn says, thank you so much. So excited for a seminar.
Yep.
I think that's it.
That's it.
And we are past the hour mark anyway, so that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Guys, hour 11 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay, big sigh of relief from the background. So this is it. Guys, we love you. We care about you. I know I've got a big mouth, but just to let you know, when you're training your dog, it should sound nothing like me. When I actually work with a dog one-on-one, I actually usually don't talk to dogs. I'm a very, very silent dog trainer. What I'd like everybody to do is actually go 24 hours and don't talk to your dog, but do a lot of stuff with your dog. And yes, you can try it on your spouses as well. Thank you, Scott and Laura, for allowing me to do all this and hopefully not create an argument later in the night.
He's got his headphones in.
They're like, why the hell the show just started? So anyway, we love them. They're really great people, and we love being here. And thank you, thank you all. Jeremy says, "Oh, you skipped me. Oh, I'm sorry that I skipped you." Jeff, thanks for the advice you gave me for my dog to get over fearful noises another night on the Q&A. Already seen the results. You're the man. Jeremy, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Okay. Thanks for following me. All right. Great. Madly in love with all of you guys. I'm proud of everybody that's kicking ass. All right. If there was stuff that I said tonight that maybe rubbed you the wrong way, okay. But if you're still here to hear it, and if it was dog training advice, that actually might have been the magic to the answer. Now, another thing is this. It's important that everybody knows that I'm giving short, quick answers on how to fix maybe a specific problem. I'm a huge advocate of proper exercise, a huge advocate of proper nutrition. I personally feed raw, but you don't have to. Huge advocate of teaching your dog to do things, okay? So we all want to be teaching our dog how to sit, how to down, how to place, how to recall, how to walk next to us. We want to teach our dog how to go in and out of a crate politely. We want to teach our dog how to be quiet on a crate. We want to teach our dog either to not go on furniture or to come off furniture on command. We want to teach our dogs how to exist around the wild world that we live in without being reactive. Okay? So we're not just punishing dogs constantly. We're doing a lot more teaching of what we want than what we don't want. And the cool thing is, especially at the beginning of a board and train, sometimes we've got to stop some unwanted behaviors on day 1 or 2. But then after that, man, do we have a lot of time to be passing out some good rewards and a lot of structure and a lot of guidance. And all of you should be doing that as well. All right. So I probably deliver a punishment to my dogs. I'm with my dogs 24/7. Let's keep that in mind. I'm traveling in an RV with them. Sometimes once a day, sometimes every 3 days. It takes 1 second. Think about that. 1 second out of the day, maybe 1, 2, maybe all 3 have to be told, you know what? I don't agree with that. But they're with me 24/7. We do lots of stuff together. That's how it should look. But at the beginning, you might be more punishment heavy because you're trying to stop a lot of stuff. All right? But then once they're trained, now you're just doing awesome stuff with them. But you always got to be ready to give them guidance. They're like children. You want to humanize this stuff? Let's humanize it. I love you so much that I need to tell you that what you're doing is not proper. Now, when your kids are over 18 and they're out of the house and they're not your responsibility anymore, stop telling them what to do unless they ask for help. Got that? Got that, parents of older kids? Let them learn. Let them make mistakes. If they ask for help, always be there. But now enjoy them. If you have grandkids, don't tell your kids how to raise your grandkids, your grandkids. Love those kids. If they ask you for help, ask. I don't know why I'm talking about this. This did not just happen to me at all. It has, though, in the past, actually. I think I had that conversation with my mom. My oldest kids are 28, so probably off and on for 28 years. Not every day, not every time. Maybe that's what triggered it. Maybe I'm getting super emotional here.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I want to have another baby. Who knows? All right. Madly in love with you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Laura.